Hi, this is James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to check out Skulls of Sedlec. This is a 2 to 3 player game published by Button Shy Games. In this game, you are exhuming graves and trying to rearrange the skulls in the crypt. Let's go ahead down to the table here. I'll give you a general idea how the game plays, and then we'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. Alright, so this is Skulls of Sedlec. In Skulls of Sedlec, you're trying to build the best crypt. You're going to be helping a half-blind monk to exhume the graves, pull out the skulls, and create the best mausoleum. So what we're going to be doing in this game is we are going to take all 18 cards and shuffle them up and put them into little stacks of 3. So we'll have 6 stacks, and we'll flip over the top card here. On your turn, which is pretty simple, what you're going to be doing is choosing to either flip over 2 cards or then take a card. So I can flip over 2, or I could just take the card. So I could flip over these 2, let's say, and just take this card. All right, so in a 3-player game, you'll have a base of 4. In a 2-player game, you have a base of 3. So what that means, so let's say we're doing a 3-player game. As the turns go by and it comes back to me and I get to take my turn again, I'll put a card here, and let's say I'll put another card here. And now I could have put the card here, so I could put them like this, but once I have my base of 3 in the 2-player game, or base of 4 in a 3-player game, I have to start moving up. So I could place this card here. Let's say I want to flip over 2 more. It comes back to me, I get another one, and then my final card would go on the top, and then I would need to score. So basically, we're going to go over scoring in a second. There's going to be multiple different ways of scoring. There's going to be 5 different types. There's going to be royals, peasants, priests, romantics, and criminals. There's 4 royals, which are the least. Peasants and priests both have 8. Romantics have 6, and criminals have the most, which is going to be 10. And we're going to go over scoring, but just know that your turns are simply flip 2 cards over if you want, take a card, next person goes until your mausoleum is full based on player count. Now you're going to do scoring. So there's, like I said, 5 different types, and they're each going to score differently. Royals, which are these purple ones right here, are going to get 1 point per royal or peasant below them. So these are peasants, so I would get 1, 2, 3 points. Peasants want to be displayed, but don't mind where they are placed. You get, each peasant scores 1 point, so I'd have 1, 2, 3 points. All right, so we have priests. Priests wanting to be spread throughout all society and want to be represented in each level. Priests score 2 points per unique level they occupy. So this priest would gain 2 points, so this priest would gain 2 points. They're all at different levels. Then you have romantics. Romantics want to be paired together. So I just randomly did stuff here, but these romantics would be paired. So if they were this way, so they would get 3 points. Finally, you have criminals. Criminals are looking for redemption in the afterlife and want to be adjacent to priests. Criminals score 2 points if they are adjacent to a priest, 0 points if they're not. So for these criminals, this one's adjacent to a priest, so this one will score 2 points. And that's it. The person with the highest points wins. And like I said, you'll have a bigger crypt if you have 3 players, and a smaller one if you have 2. So it does really matter where you're going to be picking these up from and placing them. You don't always get to do the best placements, and you don't always want to flip over cards, because this gives your opponent more options on their turn. So you got a lot of push and pull in this game on what you want to do. So let's go ahead back up to the table here, and I'll give you my final thoughts on Skulls of Sedlec. All right, so this is another great button shy game. This is another one that's super compact that I'll be just throwing in with my backpack that I take everywhere, so I can bring this out when I'm visiting friends and family, and we could play it. We could play it at conventions, and if I go to any of the craft breweries, we can go down there and we can play a game of Scales of Sedlec. It is a really fast-paced game, and I really love all the strategic thought that comes in with do I flip the cards over to give myself more choices, so potentially allowing my little crypt pyramid to gain more points and basically be a better machine for points for me? Or do I just take the card above because I don't want to give the opponent more options on their turn? And where do I place that card? Do I place it in the current tier that I'm working on? Do I move it up to the newest tier? How does that affect what my goals are? How do I pivot? Really a lot of strategy in this really small 18 card game. I really don't know how Button Shy gets designers to be able to design such great games with so few cards. So if you're looking for a highly portable game or just a fun game in general, I highly recommend picking up Skulls of Sedlec. Thank you for watching.